All right, let's kick things off by talking about a problem that pretty much every successful electrical contractor knows intimately. It's that feeling of being absolutely flat out, busier than ever, but your business just isn't moving forward. If you feel like you're working harder and harder but not seeing the results, well, you're in the right place.
Does this sound familiar? The van's constantly on the move, your diary's chock-a-block with jobs, you're tapping out quotes late into the night, but when you actually look at the bank account, it just doesn't reflect all that hard graft. You're busy for sure, but are you actually growing? You're not alone in this, and believe me, there's a name for it.
It's called the Growth Plateau. And listen, hitting this isn't a sign you've failed. Far from it. It's actually a sign that your business is ready to evolve. It just means that what got you here, to this point, isn't going to be what gets you to the next level. So let's figure out why it happens so you can smash right through it. Okay, so before we can fix the problem, we've got to diagnose what's actually causing it. There are usually about 5 hidden reasons that stop electrical businesses dead in their tracks. Let's break them down one by one. First up, and this is a big one, you're still wearing all the hats. You're the sales guy, the admin assistant, the lead Sparky, and the customer service rep. Now, that's a huge strength when you're starting out, but as you grow, it becomes your single biggest bottleneck. Your business can only ever be as big as the hours you can personally put in.
Number 2, you don't have clear, repeatable systems. If the how-to for quoting a job, installing a consumer unit, or sending an invoice lives entirely in your head, then you've got a problem. It means service is inconsistent, mistakes start to creep in, and the business just can't function without you there. It's organized chaos, and chaos just doesn't scale. And what about number 3? You're running the business day to day, just reacting to whatever phone call comes in next, right? Without a clear vision for the next 12 months, without specific goals for revenue or the types of clients you want, you're basically a ship without a rudder. You can't hit a target you haven't even set.
Next, you don't really know your numbers. I mean, really know them. If I ask you right now what your exact profit margin was on the last 3 jobs, or what your break-even point is for this month, could you tell me? If not, you're flying blind. You might be busy, but are you actually profitable? You could be losing money and not even realize it.
And finally, you're relying on just one type of work. Maybe it's all domestic installs, for example. Now, that's great, but it not only caps your growth, it makes your business really vulnerable if that one market slows down. Your customers have other problems you could be solving, trust me. All right, so those are the roadblocks. They probably sound a bit familiar, right? But here is the good news. For every single one of those problems, there is a clear, actionable solution. So let's open up the toolkit and start building a business that's stronger and way more scalable. We're going to zero in on 3 crucial areas to help you smash through that plateau. First, building systems so you can finally delegate. Second, getting absolute clarity on your finances. And third, planning for strategic growth, not just accidental growth. Right, so to stop being the bottleneck yourself, you have got to get the processes out of your head and down on paper. This all starts with creating what we call Standard Operating Procedures, or SOPs. Think of them as the instruction manual for your business, the key to it running smoothly, even when you're not there. And look, this doesn't have to be complicated. Just take your quoting process. What's the end goal? To send out a profitable, accurate quote. Great. Now just list every single step to get there, from the first phone call to hitting send on the email. Do this for everything, installations, invoicing, all of it. This is how you build a business that someone else can run to your exact standards. Next up, getting a grip on your finances. And this is not a job you just leave for your accountant at year end. You need to make tracking your profit and loss a weekly habit. It's non-negotiable. This one simple action lets you spot problems early, see which jobs are your real moneymakers, and make smart decisions based on hard data, not just guesswork. And to grow strategically, it's time to diversify. Your current list of clients is an absolute gold mine. Could you offer them maintenance contracts for some nice recurring income? What about expanding into high-growth areas like EV charging points or smart home tech? Even offering premium after-hour services at a higher rate can seriously boost your profit margins. Okay, so we've covered the big strategy stuff. Now I want to give you one super practical pro tip. This is something you can use on your very next quote to immediately increase your average job value. Sound good? It's called tiered pricing. It's so simple, yet so powerful. Instead of giving a client one single price for a job, you give them 3 options: a basic, a standard, and a premium package. This is genius because it shifts their mindset from a yes or no decision to which one do I want. It puts them in the driver's seat.
Now here's the magic. Let's use a consumer unit upgrade as an example. You've got your 3 tiers. The secret here is all psychology. Most people are hardwired to avoid the absolute cheapest option. We all worry it's a bit too basic, but they might not want to splurge on the top tier one either. So where do most of them land? Bang, right in the middle. You've just instantly increased your revenue and profit on that job with 0 extra sales pitch. Ultimately, breaking through this plateau requires more than just new tactics. It demands a fundamental shift in how you see yourself in your role. It's all about making that leap from being an electrician who happens to own a business to being a business owner who operates in the electrical industry.
Think about it. A technician is on the tools working in the business, reacting to problems, putting out fires. A strategist, on the other hand, works on the business. They're building systems, delegating tasks, and planning for growth. They're looking at that 12-month vision. That right there is the transformation you need to make. And that's exactly what all this is about. It's not about working even harder. No way. It's about breaking that relentless cycle of being overworked and underscaled so you can finally regain control and start building the business you always wanted in the first place. So, I'll leave you with this one question to really think about. Look at everything on your plate. What is the one task, maybe it's answering the phone, maybe it's doing the bookkeeping, that you can delegate, automate, or systemize starting tomorrow? What's the one thing you can take off your plate to free up just 1 hour to finally start working on your business, not just in it?